Hey guys, Kev here, and I have an unboxing to do for you. So, I'm not doing the face cam unboxing because I'm sick again. I think it was everybody I know right now is sick. So I think maybe we're all locked up, so to speak, and then we all go to Christmas and hang out with family and kids, and shit gets passed on. So we have the norovirus and a cold or flu or something. So it's been really rough. Anyway, I wanted to at least unbox this. I got this in the mail today. I'll unbox it with the Brian Brown Raptor. Let's see, I don't want to show my address, so hang on. Alright, I think that's enough. Yeah, this knife's incredible. Oh, almost showed it anyway, idiot. Probably did, but who cares? Okay, I'm just gonna rip it. Apologies for sounding like an idiot because I literally am sick and it's just not the best. So I'm trying here. So this is the Berg Blades Barber. So it's a production Barber M390 titanium hardware, titanium blade. Sorry, M390. See what I mean? November 2021. I believe these are made by Riot. That was one reason I wanted to pick one up instead of... usually I skip his knives just because they're usually made by We. Although I have tried the Slim, which I really liked. It was just too thick. And I tried the Iron Pup, which I did not like very much. So it does come in a pouch, which is unique. The last couple I got from him were just boxes. There's no cloth or anything, but I don't care. And the specs on this knife were interesting. I looked on the website after I ordered it. I know that's dumb. And it said it had a 2.75 inch cutting edge, and it made me think wow, it's tiny? But no, it's bigger than I thought. Yeah, see, it's super weird that, I don't know. We're going to see what the blade looks like, because there must be a reason for that, and we can use this as a comparison. Let me just clean it off a little bit here. So let's zip this, let's get it out. Again, apologies for being kind of lethargic and sluggish here. I wanted to get it out of the box, and yeah. So I did hear from some people that the stonewash finish scales were kind of not that great looking. Somebody told me it kind of looked like plastic and felt like plastic, which is never good, obviously. These are PVD coated scales. I saw this one on the website. I almost ordered the other version with the stonewash and satin, but I didn't because I was like, I don't really want... it does have a long clip, which could be good for me. I didn't really like the stonewashed handle, and then I noticed like the next day he had these on there with the PVD and belt satin, which obviously is what I prefer. So let's see. We are close to centered. It's hard to tell. It looks pretty good to me. Yeah, it looks good to me. Again, if these are made by Riot, and it kind of does feel like a Riot, I know that's weird, but one thing I'll say right away, these thumb studs, I'm interested to see how they work. I feel like I would slip off them a lot because they're not very jimped or anything. If you look at the Raptor, he has these excellent studs on here with those kind of pyramid steps on there, and I get a great grip on that when I go to shoot it out. Let's give this one a flick. Oh, okay. That feels good. Interesting blade shape, right? So that must be why it's 2.75 cutting edge, because you have this thing here. Is this a sharpening choil? Because I'd really like it to be a choil. It's not. That's interesting. So ergonomically in hand, holding it back here is pretty comfortable, but I'm like 10,000 feet away from the blade, which obviously is not preferred for me. So you could choke up onto this flat, I guess. You could use this whole area as a choke up point, I suppose. So it's sort of like having a choil, but not. I feel like it would have been nice to just cut a little bit out here, like right here, and kind of create this as a whole choil. But you can hold it like this for sure. I feel like I'm up on that edge. It goes all the way to the end there. Let's zoom in. We can take a look at it. So here's that PVD. You got a titanium pivot collar, tooling on both sides. Again, looks like Riot spinning pivot style, which a lot of people complain about, but I actually like that. They tend to stay in place better, and I really never have a problem with them. A lot of people struggle to get them apart. They use two tools, but I've noticed if you just come at it from the lock side, it comes right out, at least most of the time. They tend to like putting the screw through the lock side. Sorry, the screw and the pivot goes through the show side. So you got this jimping up here, which is pretty interesting. You got a sort of divot-y thing here. Kind of gives me like an alligator, hippo sort of vibe. I know that's weird. Berg blades. You got these epic grind lines. I mean, again, I just love Riot belt satin. It's just so nice and so even. It just looks really good, right? So yeah, let's zoom out. Well, you can take a look at the spine. Here's the clip. So it's kind of like a spoon. I have heard some mixed things about it. Somebody told me they could eat soup with it. Let's see how the action is. Wow, it really fires out of there. Any play? No play at all. Now I'm wondering where that's going to fall. So yeah, right in my crack right there. That would suck if that happened. So I'm going to back up to here. Man, doesn't need any encouragement. It's a dropper. Lefty reverse flick. Let's try it with the clip right here. It should. Oh. Let's try up higher. Is it going to work? No. So you got to be up on that clip. And this is what I was talking about with these studs. I'm kind of slipping over it with the middle finger. It's not as bad with the thumb. I seem to catch it pretty good, but I feel like I'm going to slip right over it on occasion. But yeah, it feels pretty good in hand. It's a little bit awkward ergonomically. Like I kind of want it to be, I just want that choil, right? But you can choke up to here. And it does have a hollow grind, which is fantastic. You guys know I love a hollow grind. I mean, this knife just made sense for me considering. I just realized it doesn't really have a tip. So yeah, it doesn't have a tip. I mean, it does. Let's see how she cuts. Yeah, I'd say pretty much identical to the Raptor here. Yeah, this feels a little bit cleaner through the cut. I wouldn't know why or anything, but yeah, let's try penetrating here. So yeah, I mean, you could still use it to get, you could still get into a package or something like that, I'm sure, with it. Who was I talking to? I think it was MB Wild was telling me he kind of sees it as like, this is a little strange, but he kind of sees it as like a fighting knife. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he was really, what he meant, but I guess I can see it. You know, it's definitely a mean looking guy. That's for damn sure. I definitely like this variant here with the belt satin and the black PVD. I'm so glad I was able to grab that one instead. I'm going to do something that might be dumb, but I'm going to put a little bit of KPL heavy on the detent ball. I say that's dumb because I was just worried about catching my nail. And this might make that worse. Usually it does. If it's already got good action, it usually just makes it drop even more. It's very interesting how it comes out, to be honest. It, ow! See, I knew that was going to happen. Right onto that thing. Started bleeding right away, too. Son of a bitch. I'm waiting on the bulletproof nail stuff to show up. Then I'll be able to use that, but that's exactly what I was worried about. So, it's kind of like my Evo. When it comes down right. You know what I mean? It just, and you gotta just, there's just nothing you can do. That was one of the reasons, believe it or not, I sold my Chavez 229s. It was too brutal on my nail. That corner of the edge just is so dang sharp. It comes right down on you. Which normally isn't a big deal unless you have a crack and a freaking wound in the middle of your nail from other knives. Which is ridiculous, I know. Alright, so anyway, there, I missed the stud. They're a little, it's almost like they're too close to the scale. They do stick proud a little bit. You can see them there on the side, but not much. I tend to like to do a double push, like I'll use 2 fingers to flick it out, and that usually works pretty well. Yeah, I mean, it's a dropper for sure, and it hasn't even broken in yet. I like that I can reverse flick it lefty. That's a huge thing. That was something I was so concerned about with this knife, and with that knife. When I saw the pre-orders, I try not to go for those knives because I feel like with studs and a righty frame lock, you're just asking to not be able to reverse flick it. But if you get low enough, it'll fly out of there and it'll be fine. This one doesn't drop shut. I wish it did. And I don't know if I could get it to. I haven't touched the pivot on this one because it has that free spinning pivot, and I just kind of don't want to mess with that. Plus, it's very smooth. It's just not, drop shut, which honestly right now with my nail might be a good thing. But yeah, so it's out of the box there. That's the Berg Blades Barber. I definitely like it more than I thought. Ergos or something, I'll see how I get used to them. This feels really strange. Like trying to cut something from this far away just seems odd. But it works. I'm locating properly. You know what I mean? That's what I always worry about, is I'm not going to locate my target, basically. But man, this thing's razor sharp. It has the hook here. That's what they used to use in the Civil War, because dudes had like one leg or one arm, and they could catch this on something and open the knife up. At least I think that's what that was for. But yeah, so that's it. That's the Berg Blades Barber. Sorry, I'm trying to throw this shit away. And yeah, I definitely like it. I like it. I think it's good looking too. I do. In a weird way. I like it. It's just different, right? And you have so many options ergonomically. It's sort of weird. Like, it's almost like I'm thinking it's not ergonomic, but it really has a grip back here, a grip right here, a grip right here into the spoon. So you can do all types of cutting with it. Not having a tip kind of sucks, but I'm trying to think in a situation where I need, like, when do I need... Has a detemp ball ramp too, I believe. At least it feels like it. Oh, it just breaks really early. Look at that. It breaks right there. Wow. It's a good weight too. I mean, it's not heavy, but it's not like super lightweight or anything. I'm guessing it's milled out. Yeah, it's extensively milled out in there. See that? Oh, they're numbered. This is number 34 of 40. There's only 40 in this configuration? Wow. Well, that's kind of cool too. I didn't even know that. Guess he didn't make a ton of these. Maybe he made 300 or something. I don't know. I like it a lot, actually. I'm just afraid of it right now because of my nail. So, anyway, that is the Berg Blades Barber, and she's here. I'll do a full review. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Oh, you know what? Where are the screws? Okay, there. Screws there. I would be afraid to put skips in here. I feel like it's just going to get even better. They have good bearings in there, actually. If you look, they have the the big 1/4 inch plastic ones in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can see them right there. So those are good ones Riot uses. They're basically like having Delrin bearings, because you have ceramic bearings in a plastic cage. So that's cool. Pretty sure the Raptor is on brass cage bearings. Yeah, it looks like it. I should really rip into this and put some skips in here and see what it does. like I said, I'm just afraid of taking it apart because if you don't get the screw out, oh, is it moving? If you don't get the pivot screw out and it's Loctited, then it's going to be stuck like that, which I hate. I just don't have a bunch of rubber shit to try to shove in there to try to hold it. My guess is if I tried to loosen it, it would just come out. I'd probably just hold it at 90 degrees and loosen it. Then I got to put it back together and Loctite it and hope it doesn't loosen, because if it does, then you have the same problem. So it's just sort of a pain to get into this one, but I kind of want to do it. But at the same time, I mean, look, just one little shake and, when I usually grab it by the pivot like this and then shoop, or I do it this way, so beautiful knives here. Riot made knives. I think like the third one to this set would be the Ware Lucas P. I don't have one of those. I did not pre-order one of those because the clip looks atrociously shallow. But at the same time, I just keep hearing really good things about it. The other reason I didn't want that one is because you can get a satin version with plain tie, but it's a frame lock. And then they have bolster lock versions, which would be ideal for a lefty, but those only come in an acid wash blade. So I must need somebody to like buy two and swap blades and then sell me a satin bolster lock. But anyway, I have talked long enough. So thank you guys for checking it out. Berg Barber, really cool knife. I am interested to see how the review process. I'm just afraid to hit the lock bar. It's going to drop. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes. If these studs get annoying or anything because of the shape. But I kind of like them, and I love that I can lefty flick it relatively easily. This one takes a little more finagling. You got to be in the right spot. Well, up there or down here. It just doesn't have as much oomph. This one has a little more detent, I think. This one's a little bit weaker. It's not weak, but it's definitely not as strong. This you can tell it's going to snap. Well, they sound similar. But, all right. Sorry. That's it. Love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.